Good morning, class. Today we're focusing on the snow leopard and looking at this animal's adaptations, its life, where its environment, and its behavior, and about this animal and how it survives and adapts. As you look at the snow leopard, immediately try to look at the physical adaptations that it might have that helps it survive. Can you identify anyone? The first thing, the most obvious one that you might have noticed, is the coloring of the snow leopard. This is a black and white photo, so it doesn't really give the brownish colors at the top of its fur. So it's like brownish with the dark black spots, and underneath it is a light color fur. And so the color and the spots help camouflage the cat in its environment, helping it to sneak up on its prey so the animals don't really see it coming because it blends in with its surroundings. Another adaptation is the thick fur. They have a very dense, thick, and long fur that help keep it warm because it's because of its environment. So by looking at this animal, what characteristics, where do you think the snow leopard might live? Somewhere hot? Somewhere cool? What environment do you think? Think back on our environments. Well, it's easy to rule out the ocean. It's definitely not built for ocean. Definitely not the desert. So you're probably, if you're thinking the mountains, you are right. And that thick, dense fur helps keep it cold, warm in the cool temperatures. And most of the year, it deals with snow. It has snow around him. Check out the feet, the paws. The paws are wide and very dense with fur. The paws act almost like snowshoes. So it allows the cat to walk on snow where other animals would sink into it. So that's a great adaptation to help it to survive. They live in the craggy rock ledge peaks in Mongolia, which is a country in Asia. They also live in central area in the mountains of Afghanistan, Bhutan, China, India, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Mongolia, Nepal, Pakistan, Russia, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. And their mountain range spans about 2 million square miles. Each adult male cat needs about 80 miles to roam. So it kind of claims that territory for itself. They're solitary animals, except for the females when they raise their young. But other than that, they don't live in packs. They live solitary and hunt alone. They are somewhat endangered. There's estimation of 3,500 to 7,000 of these beautiful cats left. The snow leopard also, I'll get back to the endangered part. They have also their long tail is amazing because they're about 4 to 5 feet long, and then their tail is up to 3 feet long, which is 36 inches. So the tail helps them with balance, and it also helps keep them warm. They use it kind of like a scarf. They wrap it around themselves. They are carnivores. They eat strictly meat. They are mammals, and then they can weigh up to 60 to 120 pounds. The snow leopard also has a nickname. It's called the ghost cat because very few humans have actually seen this animal. So photographers that go to try to photograph it or videotape it. They've spent hours searching for these elusive cats, so they are very hard to find, also because of their camouflage. So they're very rarely seen. The researchers use high-tech tools. They might have a motion detective camera in an area that they think might have a snow leopard. And so when the camera detects motion, it will start recording. And then those scientists will go back and check the footage to see if they got a picture of the ghost cat, the snow leopard. The biggest threat to the snow leopard are people. Poachers sell the snow leopard's fur, and their bones are very valuable. So that's sad. And then also herders nearby, people that live nearby that have flocks of animals. If the shepherds will kill snow leopards that attack their livestock. And then also what's a threat for their survival is that humans hunt their food, such as the ibex. It will eat ibex, it's a type of mountain goat, wild sheep, and other animals. And so other hunters hunt those animals that are the snow leopard's food. So it needs to adapt to find food. The snow leopard, so here's some interesting facts about the snow leopard. They can mew, like meow, they can growl and puff, but they can't roar. Why don't you think they roar or not roar? I think it's because that they don't need to roar. They're a quiet animal. And I think lions and other cats that have a roar, they use it as an intimidation, as a signal of territory. But these animals are quiet. They need to sneak up on their prey, and they don't need to roar. So it's not part of their behavioral adaptation that they have. That's my guess. What do you think? Another interesting fact about the snow leopard is that they have a very wide nose. And so this allows, when it breathes in cold air, the nose warms up the air before it gets into the lungs. So it helps them breathe in warm air rather than cold, because they live in very, very cold temperatures. Another really interesting fact, and this is a behavior adaptation, the snow leopard has very strong legs. It has an ability to jump as far as 50 feet to catch its prey. So this behavior adaptation allows it to catch food. So it can jump that far, which is just amazing. And that's our information and focus on the snow leopard. Hope you enjoyed it.